Hey team, we thought that we would share with you one of our strategies from our Managing Conflict livecast.
We hope you enjoy.
The next part we're going to go into is strategies for managing conflict with a colleague. Okay, this is super tricky. Okay, it's super tricky. And when Alex and I were researching this topic, there was like 20 different strategies for managing conflict within team members, right? But we condensed them all, and we think that there are the 6 that we're going to share, the 6 I'm going to share now, I think are 6 of the best ones, and also incorporate multiple other ones. So this is the example where if you're experiencing conflict with a colleague and you would like to address it or sort it, you want to do something about it, okay? So you are the target or you're involved in conflict with another person. And what I love, the quote that I found which was super cool, was the quality of our lives depends not on whether or not we have conflict, because it's going to occur every day, almost, but how we respond to them, okay? The only thing you can do is control how you act, control how you behave, what you say in situations. And strategy number 1 is review. Review. Carefully review the situation. Evaluate what has happened before you take action. This might mean that you have to sit there stunned and go, "Whoa, I didn't even, what that was, and that was not expected. I didn't even understand." And you could feel the anger rise, you can feel the tension in your chest or your shoulders or whatever it may be. Your fists clench because that was like, that is uncalled for, right? But you have to ask yourself, is this behavior normal for this person? Or is this just a one-off? Is this person just having a bad day? If it's typical behavior, it might be something to do something about it. But if it's unusual behavior, it might be best to stay out of their way and just be non-confrontational, be a bit sort of tippy-toe around, because they could be having something undergoing in the background. Have you guys heard of the iceberg effect? So we've got the waterline, we have an iceberg, right? And then we have the base of the iceberg. So they talk about this is 20% of what you see. Okay, so this is like visual, what they, how they are with non-verbal communication. This is verbal. Then you have all this stuff down here. Give me some examples, right, of things down here that might influence what you actually see. Things that could happen in this person's life that influence how they speak to you verbally and the non-verbal communication. Their stance, their eyes, their expressions. Family, mental, yes. What else? Definitely loved one. Yep. Family issues, mental, finances, illness. Keep on going. What else? Stress is going on in their life, illness, tired, relationship problems. Get it, right? Okay. You can see all those things influence that person's behaviors. Have you ever gone to work and kind of snapped, or you said something and then you were just because you're stressed about something else? Put your thumbs up if you've done that. Yeah? Okay. So this is kind of like repaying the favor, where you reflect upon them going, "Hey, that's really unusual. I'm just going to take a step back and just let it ride," right? Rather than going straight in for the attack, okay? Right? Because if it's out of character for the person, then you can choose to give them the benefit of the doubt and give them time. Maybe even consider saying or sending them a text the next day going, "Hey, are you okay? Just want to check because yesterday you seemed a bit stressed." Because showing compassion rather than anger or just lashing back out of them, right? If you show them compassion and empathy, then what happens is this waterline drops down. They will share about the health issues, the relationship issues, the illnesses in the family, or whatever it may be, right? They will drop their waterline and explain. And is that going to benefit your relationship in the future or be a detriment to a relationship in the future if they lower the waterline? Put in the chat. Benefit for sure. Yeah, sure. Okay. It's about developing trust. So sometimes it's you take a step back and you take it, and then you give them time and then approach them after. What you want to do, especially if you're a leader, is try to lower the waterline. And this is also applies in the consultation room as well. They still have stresses. They have financial issues. They have illnesses in the family, things that they don't want to tackle, and their pet's sick, and they're in your clinic. They don't have the funds. There's all this shit that's built up in the background, and what you see is how they act and what they say. So lowering the waterline is so important, just with your team, but also with clients.
We hope you found that strategy useful.
If you want to see the live cast in full, head to vetsuccessacademy.com/performance.